So basically for my second video, I'm going to be making a hand plane. It's for body surfing for my brother-in-law. It's going to be all walnut and end grain. I hope it comes out great. And that's what I'm going to be doing for this video. These are all the pieces right here. And I just made it just the same length as the paper. Because my brother-in-law did say he wanted it to be a little bigger. So I'll just make it a little bigger like that. And keep this the same size, make it wider. So it's like the paper. It should fit everything. It might be a little bigger too, which is good. And because it is end grain, hopefully it is bigger. But yeah, that's how it feels like that. So right now I'm just doing the process of my glue ups. I like to put tape on my clamps because I don't like it to be too dirty. I know clamps are meant for it to get dirty, but I just hate that. I've seen some dirty clamps and I hate it. And these clamps kind of hurt my wallet, so I'm going to take care of them to the best of my ability and always put tape on all my glue ups. Because if you just let the glue build up from all the glue ups, I feel like it's going to become so bumpy and rough that when I do try to glue up stuff that I want to be perfectly flat, it's not going to be because of all the random spots of glue. So that's what I'm going to keep on doing, continue to do it, and hopefully it keeps my clamps in good condition and just stays good. So after I cut all my pieces and glue them up, the next part, which is always my favorite, is planing them, because after the glue dries, it kind of looks all ugly. But after you do plane it, you actually see all the pieces and you just see all the grain and everything. And I think it looks really good, and that's always my favorite part. I just got done planing it. It looks okay. It looks nice. And then it has a little wobble, I think. But I think that's because these are just long pieces. So I'm going to chop all these off and then plane it probably 2 more times on each side. Just a little bit. And then yeah, just start chopping them like that. I got my piece and everything, so now I'm just gonna chop out this edge and then skin this one slightly. And yeah. Oh, it's not even plugged in. Okay, so it turns out we have a slight wobble, the tiniest type of wobble. But then I realized this is not a cutting board. This is gonna be the body surfing thing, so it's really not gonna matter. Okay, so right now you see me drawing lines on the cutting board, right? And I was trying to measure out how thick my strips were gonna be for the end grain, and I think I was doing an inch and a little more than an inch, or maybe a little underneath an inch. But when I was doing this, I didn't realize at the time this was the stupidest thing to do. Not measuring, but the way I cut it, it was just so dumb. I was cutting it. I don't even know how to begin to explain it, but I was cutting it with the little sled thingy and pushing it against it. And my strips ended up not coming out good. Some of them were crooked. Some of them weren't all the same width. I didn't cut them all the same width. So when I did put them together, they were all uneven. So it was just it was all bad. What I could have done instead, and I didn't realize till the end, was I put the railing from my table saw and I would just slide it against the railing every time. And my strips could have came out perfectly even. But I didn't realize this till the end. So we learned from our mistakes, obviously, but I just felt so stupid, and I will never be doing that ever again. So this is when I finally brought out the railing, and my last 2 pieces, amazing. They came out nice. It was perfectly good with each other. Everything else, trash. So we had to bring out the joiner. Had to joint them a little bit, but I only did so much what I could do. And obviously you can't really see what I'm doing right now because my phone is just propped up on a thing, so it's kind of a bad camera angle. But that was before my lovely girlfriend let me use her tripod. So now all the footage coming forward will be good angles and you'll actually see what I'm doing clearly. So right now I'm doing my second glue up to make the pattern end grain. And right now just putting the tape on again, making sure my clamps stay in good condition. And right now when you guys see the wood pieces, you guys can kind of see how some are lower, some are higher. That's what I was trying to explain with my mess up with the little sled. And I should have been using the railing. But now I at least know for next time. So next time when I do end grain again, it will actually come out way better. I think it looks nice for it. Imagine if this was a cutting board. I don't know if you guys can see the kind of pattern it has going on. Little nice. I'm gonna first sand it all off first, this glue off first, just to see what it looks like. And then from there, I'll see. I guess I have to route this part off. I low-key don't want to route it, but the sanding's gonna be too time-consuming. And just like I said, it was very time-consuming, and I did not enjoy it. It took longer than I wish it did, but I had to do it. I genuinely don't know who likes sanding. If you do, kudos to you, because I can't enjoy it. But after we got over that, everything was good from there. So for the time being, this is the routing sled setup. Obviously, it's not the best. I built it in like 20 minutes, the little sled. And at the time, I thought it was really good. I thought it was doing something. But when I actually put it into use, it took off all the wood access that I needed it to take off. But it left the board warped still. So it wasn't really that great. I need to build a new one that's actually perfect. But I'm too lazy and I don't want to do that at the moment. I want to build stuff instead. But eventually I'm going to have to build that. I don't know. So I got the board right here. I'm going to draw out this. Let me see how thin it is. Damn, it's looking thin. All right, hopefully it's not too thin. But I keep on mentioning that, but just worry. So we got the paper. We're going to draw out this onto here. We're going to make it a little bigger though, because like right here, there's some room. So I'm going to make it bigger. And that's what we're going to do right now. Alright, I just finished it, so this is what we got so far. It's kind of hard to see. This is the first one where I traced around it, and this is the one where I made it bigger, because I think I needed it to be a little bigger. But it was just kind of a guide. Yes, that's really it. Now, probably in a couple days, I'll go to my dad's, cut it out, sand everything again, and then put like the seals and all of that, whatever it needs for it to go in the water. And then after that, we're gonna drill it in and touch up anything else. But that'll be all. Okay, so basically what we're gonna do today, we're gonna be cutting out the handplane thing. I just drew the line right now before coming out here, but I made it symmetrical, so that's perfect. This is the first attempt, but I could tell, like, it wasn't as nice. But this one, I think it's a lot better, a lot nicer. I don't know if you can see it, kind of. Yeah, but today I'm also, we got this like little, cause I don't got a bandsaw, so a while ago, I attached the jigsaw to the table, and then my dad kind of like helped me out. My dad helped me out with it, so we got that right here, little table bandsaw jigsaw thing. So I'm gonna cut this out, and I have it up against the wall because it vibrates a lot, so I can't put it up here so it'll shake too much. So I put my foot on it and I go like that, and it likes to help so it doesn't shake as much. But yeah, that's what we're doing today. In doing this part of the project, I've never wanted a bandsaw more in my life. Like, the jigsaw table, it's nice, it's cool, but it's obviously not the best, It's just not that good. It just gets the job done. But the bandsaw, like, I've used one at school before, and they just work so smooth and good. Like, it's just crazy. So, eventually, the plan is to get a bandsaw. I'm going to make a little more money, make a little more sales. But not anytime soon yet. Maybe within, like, a couple months. But I can't wait for that day to finally happen. Get a bandsaw, and we'll actually be able to cut out stuff that are like way nicer, way smoother, way faster. We just got done cutting this out. It looks pretty nice. I actually like how it looks, because this is like the first thing that I've done. That's where it's a cutting board, but it's not a cutting board. Like you know what I mean? Like, it's a cutting board pattern. Like, I built a cutting board, but I didn't make it to be a cutting board. It's the handplane, so I actually think it's pretty nice. When you're in noise, you go shoo. But yeah. And right now, I was finally finishing up the sanding, doing the final parts, just making sure everything was smooth. And I didn't use my router to do it, but I added like a slight round over, but with my sander instead. Because I thought the router, it would jump at me because the cuts weren't that good with the jigsaw table. So I did a little round over, but it didn't take too long. It took a little bit. But finally got that over with, and that was like the last sanding for the whole project. And this part right here was actually kind of hard because I had to kind of drill in the bit while holding it, but I also had to put my hand in the hole at the same time so I could make sure it was nice and snug, because when you're body surfing, you don't want it to come loose and then the waves just take it from you. So it is kind of hard to try to find the right spot. So I kept on like testing it over a bunch of times, but after that, I was so happy to finally get that done. Alright, so basically, finally finished it. Obviously, I gotta put the oil on and stuff, but it's done. It's crazy. The hardest part of this wasn't the actual board, bruh. It was trying to find a strap and put in the strap. Like, I know it doesn't look that great. Like, it's not the best, obviously, but we gonna learn. And next time if I put another one, it'll be a little better. But the hardest thing about this, bro, was the strap. It wasn't even building the board. It was just the freaking strap, finding it. So yeah, that's everything start to finish, and this is a 10 out of 10 project. I had fun making it. I loved it. I love doing end grain. I love seeing the pattern come together, and I'm just very happy with this. And I was thinking of even making myself one, so when I go body surfing. But start to finish, it was a good project.